let's hand out some Buckeye leaves for the first time this year, everybody. The slate is clean. The helmet had nothing on it yesterday on either side. By the way, is it Jamal, as a former Buckeye, as a man who got Buckeye leaves on his helmet, when you get that initial helmet and there's nothing on it, doesn't it feel a little naked? Like,
Oh
don't
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
man, I gotta get some Buckeye leaves here,
Can't wait
man.
to decorate it. Absolutely.
Did you guys ever like look at someone else's helmet with you or talking trash with each other and be like, dude, you only got like 6 Buckeye leaves on your helmet, man?
Now we never clowned each other on the leaves, but I tell you what makes the Buckeye leaves really special is 90% of it is based around
Mm,
team goals. So there are a few individual leaves you'll get, but 90% of them are based around team or unit goals. So if you're on the offensive unit and you played X amount of plays and the offense reached their goals in these areas, then everybody on that unit gets a leaf. Um,
okay.
so that's what makes it even more special, and in that way that you got to really do it together as a team to have the full
That
helmet
makes
deck.
sense why the quarterback and the receivers have like the most Buckeye leaves all the time then.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, let's do it, guys. This is my favorite thing to do, man. Let's jump right in. Let's go with offensive player of the game, Corey. Sorry, Chris.
You know, it would have been easy to pick Carnell Tate, but I went with Julian Sand just because of the fact that he had a lot of drop passes, faced a lot of pressure, showed the poise. Like I said earlier, showed the moment wasn't too big. This kid's going to be a big time quarterback in the near future.
Yeah, he's no Bryce Underwood though.
Why? Why, Corey?
Because he's
I've
not
been perfectly
6'4".
calm all night. I've been calm. I'm sitting here watching the U beating Notre Dame, and I've been in a good mood and I'm calm. And then you start this stuff.
Yeah, he played Powerhouse New Mexico, man. Watch out. Anyways, I'm going with left tackle Austin Servold for the Buckeye
Woo!
leave because he held Colin Simmons in check, man. And
Facts, no sacks. Yeah.
he went from being a 6-man rotational guard last year to now all Big Ten type left tackle in his first game, playing against one of the best defensive ends in the country. And he kept Julian Sand clean. In fact, there was a couple of times other guys were losing their one-on-one battles. Not Austin. He kept his guy off him. Get that Buckeye leaf, man.
Jamal.
I got to go with my XZs, my fellow wide receiver, Carnell Tate. Big time play at a big moment when we needed it. He came up with a huge catch. That wasn't an easy catch. It was an underthrown ball. But for him, with the defender draped all over him, for him to be able to make that play at the time we needed it, I got to go with Carnell Tate.
Andre calling in on yesterday's show. Julian saying, just saying. Corey's about ready to pull a Chris here in a second.
If I got to live with that, Chris got to live with my Michigan tags here.
Fair enough. Defensive player of the game, Chris.
I went with a guy who's an absolute beast. He was everywhere. That's Arvell Reese, man. 9 tackles, our only sack, tackle for loss, but he was disruptive even without getting the stats. Every time it seemed like he was in somebody's face.
I went with Caleb Downs. The dude's about to be one of my top 3 all-time favorite Buckeyes. I can't, after watching like clips of people dissecting what he did all day today, or not all day today when I got home from work, I just can't believe how smart and how good he is. It's not even like the stats. It's just Devin Sanchez at one point didn't know where to line up, and Caleb switched up with him to make sure he got in the right position, and just totally playing with Arch's eyes and stuff. Like I can't believe how good he is. I'm mad we only get him for one more year this year. I wish he could stay. But you know what? If I'm an NFL team, I don't care what my need is. Top 5 pick, Caleb Downs is it. He's the most guaranteed player I've seen possibly ever.
Jamal.
I'm going to go with Noah Igbinosun. This is a guy who last year lost a lot of his one-on-one battles, and I think he really showed himself well. His coverage skills appeared to be much more consistent in yesterday's game. He also led the team with 10 tackles, had a pass deflected. And this is a guy they're counting on heavily. I mean, he's the guy in that defensive backfield outside of Caleb. And for him to step up like that in the opening week, he really showed progress from last season. So I'm going with Noah for mine.
All right, Iggy, and the chat agrees with you. A lot of people calling out Iggy for defensive MVP on that one, man.
And
Jamal,
no penalties.
yeah. Jamal, is Caleb Downs a cheat code, man?
Oh yeah, anytime you can have your safety lead the back, not just the back end, but the entire defense, you're in a good situation because that's the quarterback of the defense. And so when you can have your safety be that type of playmaker, not just from a physical standpoint, but also from a mental standpoint, it is definitely a cheat code because every team has got solid safeties that can physically play the position, but not all of them have the mental capacity to be able to do what Caleb Downs has been doing now for the last year and a half. And so he's definitely a big time advantage for us. Reminds me a lot of Mike Dawson that way. He was the same way for our defense. All 4 years he was here. And so I think there's a very, very big advantage when you can have the safety be that type of quarterback for your defense.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed, man. Indeed. All right. I'll just chime in, and since I'm not really counting mine, since we have 3 other people here that to make the graphic with, and I'm going to pull an Aaron since I'm not going to make the graphic, Chris. I'm just going to say the entire defensive line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you notice when Mike Doss left after 2002, the 2003 defense wasn't quite as good.
Yeah, that was a big gap. It was a big gap. We had solid guys, but Mike was such a quarterback back there, not only obviously physically, but mentally, the things he was able to do. And so that makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Our offensive play of the game, Chris.
Wow, you got to go with Tate, the 40-yard touchdown, man. That was the only explosive play of the game.
Tate is the obvious answer. I'm going to be a little different.
You're different, Corey.
I'm very different. That's true. Dang, Chris, you knocked that one out of the park. I'm proud of you. I'm going to go with the touchdown run with CJ just because it was so much fun to watch double teaming that tackle and put him on skates and put him on the ground, and CJ knew exactly where the hole is. And then Nate Roberts, a freshman, I think he's a freshman, right? I don't know how many. We have so many tight ends now. I don't know which one's a freshman anymore. Getting a chip on that linebacker a little bit. I kind of like the design of it, and CJ getting in and honestly getting us started on offense.
Jamal, your offensive play of the game.
Yeah, I already said it as well. Definitely got to go Carnell Tate. I mean, that play was huge. It sparked our offense. We were a little methodical and monotonous, and then that play was just huge to get the juices going. So Carnell Tate for me.
Yeah, that was it showed 2 things. Brian Hartline's willing to dial it up, and we have maybe the best number 2 wide receiver in all of college football, because he would be the number 1 on probably 125 out of the 136 other teams in college football Division I. So yeah, and I'm really rooting for him this year to have a huge year, because I want to continue to see that first round draft pick streak keep going. So here's to him. All right, our defensive player hit of the game, Chris.
This one was tough. We were about 30 or about 3 inches from us having a different one called here. But I got to go the Jermaine Matthews interception. Had Sonny just gotten his hands in there a little bit more, we might have had a different defensive play of the game. But as it stands, I'm going with Jermaine Matthews.
Corey.
4th down goal line stand.
Yes. All right.
That I mean, at the time I was like, well, there's. I mean, like last year, even you should have faith in it. But I'm like, new coordinator, new guys, who knows? I mean, but I was like, Caden McDonald's about to earn his NIL here, and he didn't disappoint, man. He killed that center. So that's just so impressive. I don't know how this team is so good at it. You can't call a team soft that's that good on the goal line. You just
You
can't.
got that right.
Yeah. No joke, dude. Good call. Jamal, your defensive player hit of the game.
I'm actually going to go with the last defensive play that we had, that big stop. We got the pressure on Arch, and he escaped and still got that ball off. So Sonny Styles making that tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle and they get that first down, we might be having a little bit different
that was
discussion.
Caleb.
That was Caleb Downs, wasn't it?
That was Caleb. I'm sorry. Yeah.
How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Remember, he's the cheat code.
Right,
and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jamal, it was CJ Hicks that got the pressure off.
CJ Hicks got
It
the
was.
pressure. Yeah.
Did that remind you of C. Grant a little bit there?
Oh yeah, absolutely, sure did. And but yeah, for Caleb to get him down, because if he doesn't, like I said, we might be having a little bit different discussion, because they were starting to pick up some momentum there. So that's my play of the game there.
Talk about the unselfishness of Caleb on that play. So many guys I've seen in the past go for the pick six or go for the flashy play.
Yeah.
He's just like, just get him down. It's going to be
Yeah.
game over. So
Smart.
Yeah.
Good awareness.
I have to feel like Texas was seeing deja vu on that play. CJ Hicks coming off the end, getting pressure on the quarterback. You know, we're only down 7. We're driving to tie the game up, and then all of a sudden it's just taken from you.
Are you saying that 11 started to look like a 33?
The digits there kind of 11 to 33. I'm saying that there was a lot in that game that God had to feel like deja vu to that fan base. Lot in that game.
Jack Sawyer's living in their head rent free.
Chris, I'm about ready to come through this screen.
You
That is becoming my least favorite cliche in all of sports.
I will say this for the Texas fans that I've interacted with. Give them credit. They're all telling me the same thing. We lost. It is what it is. They're not making excuses or saying, oh, the refs cheated or what. It's like, you know what? You can make fun of us for losing, but I doubt many SEC teams could keep it with one score. This, and I was like, well, you know what? That's pretty cool. I'll take that. You take the L and you own it. That's cool.
And it was SEC ref crew.
Yeah,
an SEC referee crew.
Yeah.
So it's like you guys can't.
And let's just put it out there. It doesn't hurt either of these teams if they would have lost.
No,
It really doesn't.
close game like that.
Not given the extended playoff format. This does not hurt either.
Oh, Texas will be there, 100%.
Yeah. In fact, I was doing a show with Jerry earlier today, and I said the fact that Texas lost the way they did and Clemson lost the way they did, I can see where they would get the benefit of the doubt as a 9-3 team over a 10-2 team who didn't play anybody in their non-conference. If that happens, watch out. All of a sudden, you're going to start to see a much more interesting non-conference schedule from people. So
I hope they do reward that, to be honest with you.
I do too.
They
because
should.
It makes college football a whole heck of a lot more fun
I don't
for all
want
of
to see
us.
4, freaking Mercers at the beginning of the season. Who wants to watch the first month of that?
Jamal, as a former player, man, you played in these games. Like, you want to play good talent in the non-conference, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, your preparation that week is on a whole nother level. Your focus, and then the atmosphere in the stadium is just on a totally different level compared to when you're playing a non-conference team. Like the shoe is going to be a completely different atmosphere this coming Saturday. Just call it.
It's gonna be quiet this Saturday.
As a player, you feel that and you feed off of the crowd, so you live for those big games.
Yeah.
I mean,
indeed.
hey, credit Buckeye Nation this past Saturday. My goodness,
They were also part of my good. Corey was the crowd. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
And let's think about it. OSU's last 2 home games, which have been absolutely out of this world, were them taking down the SEC's top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Was
something to
Tennessee
say.
really the top dog?
No,
If you ask SEC fans, up until they lost to Ohio State, they were a top dog.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.